Before we continue with this video, I want to remind you that you can secure your spot. Now is the time for you to support Flamengo right now. Once they're eliminated, everyone gets upset and claims they don't care. But this is when you should show up. Flamengo has the top Libertadores group stage record. It's going to happen. Go to the games, get a package with tickets included at Maracanã, and also get tickets for the Brasileirão matches. Look for Caravana do Haroldo right now and you won't regret it, all right? Caravana do Haroldo since 1981 Club World Cup, always taking Flamengo fans and members safely and with the best possible service and care, all right? Check the pinned comment and description for Caravana do Haroldo. Everything you need is there. Fala galera, red and black greetings. This is Flamengo. Welcome to the Paparazzo Rubro Negro channel. If you're new here, I invite you to follow, like, and share on all platforms. If you're on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe down below, turn on notifications, hit the bell, and drop a like on the video. I'm here with new glasses. Check it out. Take a look at this. Let me show you. Look. Look how awesome this is. Look at this. Paparazzo. Notoria made these glasses for us. And man, I'll tell you, top quality, okay? They fit right here, look, for you to go for that run. Man, I thought it was spectacular and fantastic, okay? So I want to thank the folks at Notoria. And hey, let's put it up for sale so everyone can get one. Hey, Paparazzo Rubro Negro, look how awesome this is. Look at this. Spectacular, my friends. Spectacular. Well, let's go. Let's bring you some news on Flamengo. Man, we had Luis Eduardo Batista UBAP giving an interview to Rodrigo Capello at the São Paulo Innovation Week event, okay? Held last Wednesday. And the president of Flamengo, Luis Eduardo Batista UBAP, commented in an interview with the journalist from NS Sports about Palmeiras leaving the club's league and said he is not worried about the situation. The practical effect is none. These are decisions that each club must assess and make. But that doesn't influence whether or not there is a league in Brazil. You'll never set up a league without Flamengo or Palmeiras. Look at that. What he said was actually pretty cool. There's a lot more showmanship than anything else. What happens on the field should stay on the field. I think off the field, the clubs should be friends. Look at the answer he's giving. Man, what an suerte Leila. Now, someone thinking they're going to throw a tantrum, pout, complain, or kick up a fuss. And that, for any reason, I'm going to treat them differently. Change what I think or do something because of that. Good luck. What a blow BAP delivered. Yeah, my friends, BAP is handing it out. And now I'm also going to bring you what he told Rodrigo Capello, also at this same event, which I remixed. Let's listen to it here. Check it out.
That's unbelievably stupid.
Among the mistakes Libra made in handling this TV deal, in addition to the bylaws that were vague regarding distribution by platform, there's also a point that's heavily criticized today, which is that when Libra loses clubs, meaning the number of clubs in the first division, the contract with Globo is reduced. But when Libra gains clubs, the contract with Globo doesn't increase. And that's exactly the case in 2026 because Remo was promoted, starts to get a share of this pie, and the money doesn't go up. There's still the possibility of renegotiating this with Globo. That's something the clubs are discussing. Are the clubs going to go after Globo over this?
You know that the phrase you're saying is mine and it's already more than 2 years old. I've been insisting on this point for a long time, for a very long time. That, from my point of
view, he is very
happy. It turns my stomach. This is unbelievably stupid. You're not in this field. You're not a specialist on the subject, but let's be honest. How can you accept this? If a club is relegated, you lose 11% of revenue. Gaining a club doesn't increase revenue, even though revenue depends on the number of clubs. It's not a direct function. It's about matches. Each new club adds 38 more matches. Right? Why don't you make more money from that? What I would tell you is this. I believe that a contract exists to be managed and renegotiated. That's written there, but just like other things were written with Libra and we fought over them, we'll face this too. These and other discussions. There are more, not just this one. It's going to be fun.
Any hint at what the other discussions are? Can we talk about them publicly yet?
No, there are a few. Take a look. You've heard of Cartola, right?
Cartola FC?
Now nobody pays anything for Cartola.
Look at that. Why? Because
What's the reasoning? There's also a provision in the contract. 2030 is in there. If you treat me badly now, maybe we'll remember it in 2030. So when you're in the business and you understand, you'll negotiate differently. So what is agreed upon is not expensive. It's written, it's in the contract. But we will, surely, in this new phase of Libra, Flamengo will bring knowledge and expertise on the subject to renegotiate absolutely everything in the contract with Globo. I have no doubt about that.
look at that. That's it, huh? That's it. Flamengo will take on even Globo. Libra, Globo, Palmeiras. No tantrum is going to change BAP's mind. Man, that's spectacular, huh? Now they're going to keep going against everything and everyone. Yesterday, man, it was unbelievable, right? Yesterday, the officiating wasn't the issue. There was nothing. As much as we were worried about Rafael Klaus, yesterday there was nothing. Yesterday, Flamengo lost, even with a much stronger squad. Mistakes in substitutions and lineup. They should have started Varela and Pedro. Pedro, unfortunately, yesterday, Flamengo managed to get eliminated by a club with a much cheaper squad, which is Vitória, but they've been playing well. Flamengo beat them 8-0 in the past, but that doesn't mean anything. I said they'd want revenge for the beating they got from Flamengo. They wanted payback and ended up eliminating Flamengo from the Copa do Brasil. I doubt they'll go far, but they knocked Flamengo out of the Copa do Brasil and will remember that. What a shame, man. What a shame. I still can't believe that Flamengo was knocked out by Vitória in the Copa do Brasil. It's unbelievable. Look, the CBF announced that Carlo Antielotti will be watching Atlético Paranaense and Flamengo in Curitiba. The coach will announce the list of 26 players called up for the World Cup on Monday. So he continues his work by watching the players. And then he will watch the game between Atlético Paranaense and Flamengo. It's the 16th round, but only Flamengo's 15th since they have a game in hand. Brazilian Championship. So, this Sunday, he will be at Arena da Baixada. The match is scheduled for 7:30 p.m. It will be the coach's first visit to Paraná's capital as Brazil's national team coach. And man, he really wants to keep an eye on Flamengo's players. Danilo, Alexandre, I don't think Alexandre will start the match. But then there's Leo Pereira, Leo Ortiz, Samuel Lino. And then you have Lucas Paquetá in the midfield. He'll do whatever it takes. I have no doubt. Now Lucas Paquetá will do everything he can. He'll do anything to play in this match against Atlético Paranaense. Now he'll be racing against time. Yeah. Eric Pulgar, who's on the Chilean national team, isn't at the Cup, but he's also in this race to play and to fight for the starting spot with Everton Araujo. That could be an option too. So we might see Eric Pulgar return to take the place of Everton Araujo, who's suspended. We might have Paquetá coming back, which would be really important. Because Flamengo doesn't have either Jorginho or Arrascaeta, who's injured. Jorginho is suspended. Then Flamengo could use De La Cruz, who actually did well in the game he played on the synthetic field. And Flamengo still has the option to play Carrascal, who didn't do well in the last game. Carrascal played really badly. Actually, you still can't say that Carrascal has arrived at Flamengo. But anyway, Antielotti, that's the news. Tá? Antielotti next Monday will announce the 26 players called up for the World Cup, the final list, at an event scheduled for the Museum of Tomorrow in downtown Rio de Janeiro. So, the CBF confirmed contract extensions for Carlo Antielotti and other members of the coaching staff until the 2030 World Cup. The measure is meant to give the coach a full prep period for the next World Cup, no matter this year's outcome. I don't really believe in it. But that's the news then. Look at how these possible Flamengo players for the national team are going to be. For the World Cup, for the Brazilian national team, watch how they'll all want to get on the field against Atlético Paranaense. This game is their chance to prove themselves. I hope Flamengo has Paquetá available too, because that's going to be important. Eric Pulgar wants to win his spot back. and the others hoping for a national team spot are all playing and eager to prove themselves, which is important for us. And I've been telling you that it's been a long time since Flamengo was eliminated before the round of 16 in the Cup, so you can have an idea. The last time was in 2016 4-2 for Fortaleza in the round of 64. Now, in 2026 3-2 for Vitória, in this case on aggregate round of 32. It's sad to see Flamengo being eliminated at such an early stage. Yeah. Flamengo, since it started recovering with Bandeira de Melo, with Landim, with everyone involved, even BAP was part of the management at the beginning. All of them since 2013, man. Flamengo only got knocked out there in 2016. Man, from 2016 onwards, Flamengo has been growing on the rise, winning a lot of titles. Flamengo no longer got knocked out before the round of 16. It's sad, man. It's sad. Now, bringing this to you, with this elimination, unfortunately, Flamengo got some free dates on the calendar after being knocked out of the Copa do Brasil. But they lost a lot of money, right? About 150 million, I estimate, besides the 91 million in total prize money you get for being champion. I estimate another 60 million just from match day, shirt sales, products, and everything else, tickets. Match day includes everything. So Flamengo lost about 150 million reais in this situation, right? With this ridiculous, shameful elimination. But Flamengo got open dates on the schedule. I hope they're not happy about that. It's one less competition. Leonardo Jardim will have 3 weeks to train and can focus fully on the Brasileirão and Libertadores. Yes, the key dates when Flamengo will have 3 weeks to work. Round of 16, August 1st and August 6th. Quarterfinals, August 26th and September 3rd. Semifinals, November 1st and November 8th. Final, December 6th. Okay? So Flamengo benefited from that. They benefited, right? No one wanted to benefit like this, right? 7 dates, 7 weeks to train, and a millionaire like this, it's downright shameful. Getting weeks to train because Flamengo was eliminated. It's shameful, man. BAP is understandably frustrated. He was counting on at least making it to the semifinals, as far as I know. At least the semifinals of the Copa do Brasil to get the millions you earned there. 30-something, 40 million for reaching the semifinals. It's shameful, man. It's shameful. That's it. I invite you to follow, like, and share on all platforms. If you're on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe down below, turn on notifications by clicking the bell, and leave a nice like on the video. Thank you so much for being here. Red and black greetings. This is Flamengo. And soon we'll update you on our Paparazzo Rubro Negro glasses. So cool. Look at that. Spectacular. Paparazzo Rubro Negro. Really awesome. We're in this together.